tomorrow we board the plane. Last day, we are getting our last documents together. I have to go sign paperwork for the sale of the house and get it all notarized and everything. And then we're done. I've been crying. I'm like so overwhelmed and relieved all at the same time. After this new life of adventure, going to travel the world with my kids meant we had to say goodbye to our homestead life. This decision did not come lightly, and to be honest, I don't even know if I would have been able to fully make this decision had there not been other factors pushing me this direction. After just a few months in this home, I knew that it couldn't be our forever home as much as I tried to push and make it that way. I put my soul into this house, trying to turn a dirty, old, ran down farmhouse into a home for us. But it was isolated. Any kind of community that we had started to form was at least an hour drive away. And over time, I had come to realize that there were things that I was not told about the farmhouse that the previous owners had known were issues with the house but had not let me know, such as the havoc having a very bad hole in it and basically the whole thing needing to be replaced and actually being a danger to us. No one had told us, and it was going to be at least a $10,000 fix. I had already basically put my entire savings into fixing up this house and buying it and keeping it running while being a single mom. Between finding out that I officially had sole custody and was on my own with the girls, and finding out there were things beyond my repair with the home, I came to the conclusion it was time to sell it. And as hard as it was to say goodbye to this house and the beautiful homestead life, I knew it was the perfect opportunity where we had no attachments to go and explore the world and see places that some people never see in their whole lives. To say goodbye to South Carolina and bring my kids to see other cultures and world school. I rehomed the farm animals to nearby farms. My dad watched my pups for me, and we fixed up the house as best we could. Finishing up any last DIY projects I hadn't quite got done, and getting the house ready for its next owner. We cleared out our last bit of things, said goodbye, and headed down to Florida. Before I share our move abroad, I first want to thank today's sponsor, Jackery. From van life to homesteading to camping to our life off grid, I have used Jackery for all of my power needs. Fridge, Jackery, that's what I plug the fridge to at night when I'm not driving. I've used my Jackery to charge everything from my breast pump to my phone to my power tools to work off grid. Lived in this off-grid homestead and built this cabin. The only source of power we had was actually just our Jackery. We even ended up buying a second one, that way we could power warming plates for our baby chicks while also using kitchen appliances down at the cabin. And there is currently an amazing Prime deal sale going on, only until the 11th. Whether you're wanting to travel, to live off-grid, or just to have something ready for emergencies, Jackery is light, easy to use. You can charge it on the go plugged into the car outlet or use the solar panels. I love using those because it's cost efficient. Or even plug it into the home outlet. Heads up, now is your chance to get it at a discount. Definitely will be using for our upcoming adventures. We spent about a month in Florida once we arrived. We got ready for travel life by just being tourists in Florida and enjoying our time. But I also got everything ready for the sale of the house, making sure I could be abroad while everything was finalized for the house. Put some special items and memory boxes at the homes of our family, and organized our things into 3 carry-ons to take with us to travel abroad. Once I had sold my car, we went down to Miami to get everyone's same-day passports, which in order to get same-day passports, we already had to have our flight out of the US within 2 weeks. This is a little bit of a risk because if we can't get the passports, I don't get any of the money back on the flights. So buying our flights from Florida to Spain, I knew we might not make it on the flight. But I brought every piece of paperwork I could think of to get everyone's passports. And by some kind of miracle, I got everyone's same-day passports and we made it to our flight just a week and a half later. We flew from Tampa, Florida to Boston and then over to Barcelona, Spain. It was almost a 24-hour travel and it was my girls' first huge flight. We were all definitely exhausted and on the wrong time zone when we got there. But it was so beautiful and kid-friendly and we jumped right into exploring. The town is very walkable and also has a metro to get basically anywhere in the whole city. We instantly fell completely in love with Barcelona. The playgrounds on every corner, the delicious food, the beauty of the city. Just feeling like everyone was cheering my children on, being them silly selves rather than asking them to act like adults in public spaces. It was such a change from going in a homestead that was so far away from everyone to being immersed in a city. And we definitely welcomed the change. I only booked about a week and a half hotel in Barcelona, Spain, and booked an onward flight to Italy for after. But once we were there and enjoying it so much, I almost ditched my flight to Italy to spend some more time in beautiful Barcelona. We spent our time exploring the different walkable areas, going to different museums, and of course, finding lots of good food to eat. Just walking around outside is its own adventure in Barcelona. My girls didn't even end up wanting to go inside of this museum, but they still had fun exploring outside and then going to the gardens nearby. And of course, we spent lots of time eating good food in the area. We were really careful and intentional about what we ate since my girls are gluten-free. We went to this really cute brunch cafe all the time called Coco's Social House, which is super cute. It had delicious food, lots of gluten-free options, and 2 cute little doggies that were always there for pets. I was also surprised by how many gluten-free options there were in Barcelona and this whole gluten-free bakery. The girls were so happy about it and it made it a lot easier to have lots of snacks and goodies that were easy to eat at the hotel since we didn't have a full kitchen in the hotel. The architecture is beautiful in Barcelona, so we definitely looked through lots of different buildings, and we also had to enjoy a traditional dish, which was paella. After our week and a half in Barcelona, we hopped on a plane heading to Italy. Subscribe to hear the stories of our travels.